fire signs. It's Dom, and I'm here to bring you guys some general encouragement messages for now through May 8th. I do not feel my best today, so forgive me if I'm a little slower than usual. Um, but yeah, here anyway, here nonetheless. So let's jump in. Overall energy, we've got the Four of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, with activity beneath the surface, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But overall, what we see is you in an overall energy of kind of working behind the scenes. I read this two different ways. It could be you working behind the scenes on something new. You've started something new. You're setting off on a new path. Maybe you're keeping it under wraps and you're kind of cooking things up until they're ready. Or this is an energy of a new opportunity being prepared for you that you can't see. That's that Four of Cups energy. It's like, where you feel something kind of on the horizon or coming in, but you're like, what is it? What is it? What is it? Like, I feel like there's a new opportunity, but what is it? That's this energy with the Four of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. And for a lot of you guys, it could just be that you made the decision to work alone. And that's what you're kind of building behind the scenes. That's what you've chosen to dedicate yourself to with the Two of Swords and the Nine of Wands here. It's sort of this fierce loyalty to yourself. Like, that's the choice and the decision. Like, I choose me. I'm done spreading my energy to all of these places that don't really cater to my ultimate vision. I'm going to choose to just go at it alone. But again, I feel like this is something that's happening behind the scenes. Maybe not all the way visible yet. So then we have the King of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, with trusting in the power of light, followed by the Ten of Wands, fire energy, and the Hierophant. So for some of you guys, you might be focused on a connection with a water sign with the Hierophant energy. This is my marriage card, divorce, bank contracts, degrees, right? It's those 3D things in our realm that we can't just snap our fingers and change. That's what I always say, right? So there's this Hierophant energy, but if you can see how it's illustrated, this is a deep spiritual connection. And then here with the Ten of Wands and the King of Cups, somebody is struggling with trusting in this connection here with the King of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Movement through pressures. There's a heavy burden here related to this connection. But with the King of Cups trusting in the power of light, it seems like it's either you or somebody else here who sort of, you feel it, you see it, you get it, but then you have this pause moment of like, I don't know, right? It could almost be like this too good to be true sort of energy is what this Ten of Wands and King of Cups in relation to the Hierophant feels like. It seems like there's a really beautiful connection coming in here. But again, with the Ten of Wands, somebody sees this as pressure or as a burden or as something that's too heavy of an undertaking, or they may feel as if you're out of their league or vice versa. So then we have the High Priestess, intuition and weaving of fate. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're probably connecting with the water sign. This reading is really, really, really heavy on water. And if not that, this is just completely about love, right? But then we have the High Priestess, intuition and weaving of fate, followed by the Six of Cups, happiness from the past, followed by the Seven of Swords, clarified. So very clearly to me, this is somebody who is watching you, right? And I don't mean that in like a creepy way, but with that Seven of Swords energy, it is social media stalking. It is, you know, running into you at the store or knowing that you frequent that bar. So they happen to pop up at that bar on the Friday that they know that you go in hopes of seeing you, right? It's somebody who's sort of set their sights on you and they've sort of locked in, and it's like, okay, how do I approach? How do I approach? How do I approach? And with the Six of Cups and the High Priestess, it's telling me that this is somebody that you've probably already met before in the past, or somebody that you connected with in the past, or already been in a relationship with, or maybe you guys just talked before and nothing came of it and they come back around, right? But the Six of Cups is a nostalgic energy, right? Happiness from the past. It's something that makes a revisit to us and kind of presents itself in a way where we have to step back and reassess and decide if we want to go back there. That's this energy here. But with the Seven of Swords and the High Priestess, it's almost like someone is trying to manifest you into their world. They're watching you, like I said, online, or trying to figure out where you might be so that they can bump into you, or asking your friends around you, hey, how are they doing? Have you talked to them since this? Oh, okay. Right. Like that's this energy here where someone is really, really trying to manifest you into their life. And again, it might be this energy where you're struggling with trusting this with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands, you know. Thank you. Yeah, it's a struggle in the emotional space. Somebody is battling with self-deception, right? So it's like if you're in an energy where you feel like someone is out of your league or vice versa, like that is a battle with self-deception, because clearly we're seeing a really beautiful match here, but it's somebody being like, well, I don't know. Do you feel the same? I don't know. Do you feel the same? I don't know. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, go off of what you see instead of psyching yourself out and kind of spiraling mentally. Because with the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Moon card, it's somebody who feels like moving through their emotional space is wrong or a bad thing, or is going to send them down the wrong path, when really the universe is kind of asking them to move in the emotional space at this time. It's also someone with the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Wands who struggles with releasing worry and concern. It's somebody who would rather hold on to every worry and every concern and every worry and concern, even when everything around you is kind of pointing in a more positive direction. So I do feel if this is about you all, there is a need here to kind of release that inclination to lean into the pessimistic perspective. We got there, right? Because I see a little bit of that here. It's very beautiful energy, but then this Ten of Wands, Seven of Swords, like it's like something here is kind of spoiling it. And I feel like it's a lack of belief in what's happening. So then we have the Ace of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, new love, joy, and health. Yeah, Six of Swords, moving between cycles and worlds. The Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. So you guys are moving out of singlehood, very clear period, point blank. And it's honestly this energy where you might be terrified of that, right? Where you're like, I see the direction this is headed, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like, I wasn't prepared. I didn't expect it. You know what I mean? Like, this is kind of what I feel. But with the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Swords, this is already in effect. It's already in motion. It's already happening. The wheel has already turned. Things have already shifted in a positive direction. And the only thing that's left for you to do is sort of get into it and get on board, as opposed to holding on to old things that don't serve you anymore and cause you anxiety or worry, or that long checklist that you have to check before you move forward with something. It's sort of like that list is now outdated, right? But I feel a lot of you guys holding on to that. Like, this is my checklist before I do anything in life, and I've always used it. And the universe is sort of like, okay, but the wheel is turned. You're now in a different place, and that's expired. Make a new one based off your emotions and how you feel, and the fact that you are a lot more emotionally responsible at this time that you may not be giving yourself credit for. Right. So that was a little bit of a channeling, but that's what I got from this energy as well. With the Five of Pentacles, you're moving out of isolation. So for any of you guys, if you've dealt with loneliness at this time, or just feeling isolated or separated a little bit from the group society, or just feeling like you've been in hiding, this energy is shifting at this time. And with the Ace of Cups, new love, joy, and health, this is just telling me this is the energy that you need to be moving into. This is the energy you need to be embracing and leaning into, right? Like this is what you're shifting into, and it's sort of like kill that suspicion around it, right? Like that's what I feel like the message is here. It's really corny, but I'm getting don't be afraid to fly. That might mean something to someone. But I'm getting that really, really heavy. Like, don't be afraid to fly. Don't be afraid to fly. That could be literal. Some of you might be struggling with getting on an airplane and traveling at this time, side message. And then for some of you guys, you might be staring at the new life ahead of you and terrified to kind of take that leap. And you want to cling to what you know in the comfort zone. And of course, we could say that in a million different eloquent ways, but that's what it's going to boil down to, is clinging to a comfort zone, right? When all of this beautiful energy is presenting itself to you. Right? Like, don't be afraid to fly. We have the dragonfly. We have the cicada. We have the dove. We have the butterfly. We have the chickadee. All of these are flying elements, flying beings, I guess I should say. That message is coming in so heavily. Like, this is your time to fly. Wheel of Fortune, space energy, outer space energy, no ceilings energy, no limits, dream big, dream vast, right? Expand what you feel that you're capable of. Expand what you feel you have the ability to accomplish and do. Forget the sky is the limit. There is no limit. But you have to take on that attitude here, right? And for any of you who are in hiding, come out. So then we have the Four of Swords, seeking the inner truth. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, followed by the High Priestess. Again, and clarified by the Judgment card. New depths of creativity, Aries energy. So for some of you guys, you could be connecting with a Pisces or Libra. Could be a Cancer as well, I'm hearing, or a Sagittarius. And for you, you're just trying to dig down deep and figure out the truth of this connection. You're trying to tap into your intuition. You're trying to listen to it. You're trying to be a good steward over that area of your life and make sure things fit you and are in alignment spiritually, mentally, physically. Like, that's what I'm getting from all of this with the Four of Swords and the High Priestess. Now with the Judgment card, new depths of creativity. A decision is needed to take a step forward beyond being in this zone of questioning and wondering and thinking and digging and researching and wondering. And it's sort of with the Judgment and the High Priestess, it's saying you already know what you need to do. Make a step, take a step in the direction. Just do it. Do not be afraid to fly. Do not be afraid to fly. With the High Priestess here twice, I feel like you're already very aware of your wings, so to speak. It gives me a vision of somebody who, you know, when they're alone at night, sort of exposes themselves, right? And it's like you have these wings and you're exercising them and you're like, okay, maybe I can fly. Oh, but I've never tried it before, right? Like, if you can follow that sort of metaphor, I guess, visual metaphor, right? But it's this energy of somebody who sort of hides what they're capable of, and it burns you up inside. It kills you, because fire signs are the type that when you're in the room, you're not, you kind of want people to know what you're capable of. But it's like when it comes to this and everything that you feel like is coming in for you, for some reason it feels daunting, or it feels like it's going to be too heavy, or you're afraid of starting over, or you're afraid of losing things that are dear to you in this phase of your life. But again, the message here is do not be afraid to fly. There's an idea here as well that a lot of you guys have take this if it resonates or not, and you're trying to figure out if it's the real deal, and I feel that it is. And again, it's this energy of keeping yourself stuck and stagnant because you want to do you know, a week's worth of research before writing the email, like that kind of thing, or sit on the business plan for 10 years and get prayed up before, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, make a decision, right? You already know what you want to do. You're clear on it. The universe will aid and assist you when you're clear on your direction and what you want, right? When you're completely clear on your truth and what it is that you seek and desire that will be in greatest alignment for you, and you lock into that frequency, the entire universe begins to conspire and bring it to you. It's also like, don't be afraid of your truth, whatever that is, you know. Four of Swords, speak your truth. So, angels, can you give me advice for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, as it pertains to this spread, please, in full clarity? Thank you. Let's do one more. Thank you. All right, so we've got see only love and release and surrender. And so it says, look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that that helped. I hope it resonated in some way. If you like a personal reading, you can book at domobandon.com. And I look forward to talking to you guys next time.